Welcome, Pisces. I'm Karen. This is Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. So, this reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Yes, it's beginning of March to February, but I believe these readings are timeless. They're personal growth readings. We're going to take a look at blocks, obstacles, fears, and those are to get you through the blocks. So, then strengths, what you don't see, where this leads, and advice. And I am going to use Somnia Tarot today. They are timeless readings as well, but keep in mind too that if this doesn't resonate, definitely check out your other placements. And at the same time, even if it does, check out your other placements because it can give you additional information. So let's get moving here. I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles, Pisces. And one more shuffle, and then we'll cut the cards. Okay. Okay, here we go. 2 cards for blocks. 2 of Cups. Chariot. Right? Sometimes the 3 of Cups in this deck looks like the Chariot. I think it's the only cards that both cards have have the red, black, and white. Not all of them do. Okay, so obstacles or fears. Knight of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. I feel like that 9 of Pentacles is almost like a fear of being alone. Let's get to it. Let's see. Strengths. Ace of Swords. Page of Swords. That's weird. I just did Scorpio and they had Ace of Swords and King of Swords in their strength. Interesting. What you don't see, 2 cards. 6 of Wands. 9 of Cups. Where does this lead? Possibly the Empress and advice. 3 of Swords. 3 of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. It feels like this is about something that you want to see the outcome or the benefits or, the rewards of putting whatever work you've put in. I also feel like this is, you're waiting for it. You're waiting for something here. The 3 of Wands isn't necessarily always a waiting card, but it is a card of seeing the outcome of your hard work or whatever you've put in, the reaping the rewards, so to speak. The ship's coming in. So but the problem is you don't see that, and you're waiting for that. That's kind of what I'm getting the feeling. It's not going to be perfect here. So first I want to take a look at the cards myself. Got the 2 of Cups and the Chariot as your blocks. I honestly feel like this block is a couple different things. I feel like in a relationship, the block is getting too close. Trust. Can I trust this? Can I give myself all to this person? Now, if it is not love or relationship, because this could be any relationship, it could be, but I think it's more romantic. And I kind of feel like this reading is leaning towards that, but it could be giving yourself to a job, to anything you're working on. Can I give all of myself to this? And keep in mind, yeah, we need to open up in relationships and we need to be able to trust the person enough to give them our whole heart, but that doesn't mean that we have to make every moment of every day about whatever the situation is as well. So just keep that in mind, because that can be a problem too in itself. The Chariot, I feel like in this case, is you're struggling moving forward. I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like this is relationship, and I feel like what this is saying is so for some of you this may not resonate at all. But I feel like as you're having trouble moving forward in a relationship because you're blocked from giving any more than you already give. Whether that's that you're over giving, right now, or you don't feel like you're getting back, but that's what's blocking you from moving forward in this relationship. And it is about moving forward. And you're waiting to see what happens almost before you let go of these blocks. Your fears and obstacles are the Knight of Pentacles. It's weird because part of the problem is the slow movement, the Knight of Pentacles. It's just moving so slow that you're unaware of how this will happen, how everything will come to be. How is that going to come to be? And then the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like it's almost like this fear that if it doesn't move forward or that it doesn't go anywhere, that you may be alone. And I think that's a real fear. And that fear is, so these blocks are kind of like you're putting yourself in that position because you're blocked from giving. But you're blocked from giving because of a couple things. You feel like it's moving slow and you don't know if it's going to pan out. But at the same time, you are like, but I don't want to be alone the rest of my life. So at what point do you go, okay, am I all in or not? Because if I'm not all in, I may be alone, but regardless, you're not. That's up to you. You could choose to be alone the rest of your life. Or we don't, and some people never find the right person, and that's okay too. But I think it has to do with the slowness. So your strength is the Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords. Here's the thing: is you have what it takes within you. So Ace of Swords is all about, it's about being articulate. But it's also about forward movement, like a beginning of something where you can really focus. And I feel like a lot of times with the movement on the swords is a focus movement. They're not like a wand, which is just wham, it's more focused, it's more detailed. The sword has a point on it, right? And then the Page of Swords, I also feel like it's a reminder. Now, this is not everyone's perception of the Page of Swords, but in this deck, I feel like it's also embrace the time that you are alone and embrace who you are alone. So who are you without a partner? Embrace that person, embrace that personality, embrace that piece of you. And once you can embrace that, then there's not a fear of being alone. And that way you can give because there's no fear. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I'm okay because I've embraced who I am. And I think that you have, okay, so this is a strength. You have this in you already. So it's a reminder to tap into those strengths, to look at that you can have a direct, plan or area. You can direct your focus. And then the Page of Swords is you absolutely can embrace who you are and alone. Because once you embrace that, then you can add people in. If you're not okay alone, then how do you add people in? So what you don't see, these are good cards here. What you don't see is the Six of Wands with the Nine of Cups. So you don't see the fact that I feel like the Six of Wands, again, is about recognizing who you are and recognizing yourself and patting yourself on the back. But more importantly, the Nine of Cups is your dreams and your wishes. They can come true. It's up to you to make them happen, and they are happening. So it's almost like put a little faith and put a little trust into yourself and go back to who you are alone, completely alone. Who are you? And then you can start manifesting your dreams and wishes, and they're there. They're happening and you don't see them yet because it is slow. Things aren't moving super fast. They don't always need to, even though sometimes that's frustrating because then you don't know what's happening. And if you feel like you don't know what's happening, then you can get the clarity. Another thing, too, with this strength being the Ace of Swords is keep in mind that that also gives you clear voice. So if that's a strength, that you have a clear voice, means you're articulate. You can verbalize your needs, your wants. You can say it, and you do a good job saying it. You're not going to fumble your words or say the wrong thing. And if you do, then you do. So the Empress is where this all leads. And as you start working through some of these areas, you are going to find comfort. And I believe this is a couple different things. I think more importantly, you're going to find comfort within yourself. And you are going to see yourself as healed soon if you work through these issues. But more importantly too, that it's going to give you the opportunity to take care of those around you. Because once you embrace who you are and once you embrace yourself alone, you can add to your tribe. Whether it's, starting taking care of your family better or, better according to you. Because a lot of times we're just hard on ourselves, but also more deeply. And if it is a relationship, you'll be able to nurture that relationship in a positive way, and that's an important card with the Empress. I mean, to me, that's all about positive nurturing and positive, giving of yourself in a way to help others grow. Or in this case, if it's a relationship, to help the relationship grow. And then the Three of Swords is what we have in our advice. Separation isn't always a bad thing. So the Three of Swords can be about separation, and it's not always a bad thing. Sometimes when you're apart from somebody for a certain amount of time, you can open up your mind to more. Okay, so when someone's in your face constantly, bad or good in your face, someone that's in front of you all the time, you may not realize what they do for you because they're there all the time. And if they leave, let's just for a week, go on a vacation or go, on a business trip, and like, golly, I miss this, and this. So having some alone time allows you to reflect on what they actually give you and what they bring to the table. Good or bad, you'll have that reflection. Like if you're alone and you don't miss, then maybe that's something to look at too. But again, when we focus on, loving ourselves and being good within ourselves alone, then we're not going to settle too. And I feel like this is a reminder that you don't have to turn your back on things. Yeah, part of I do believe that it takes some time out. But it's not, necessarily, you don't have to have a separation from a relationship. That's not what I'm saying. It's time out. Like, go shopping by yourself. I mean, just get away for a little bit. But in some cases, it might be needed to be bigger than that. But at the same time, this person has their back turned. And that's when the swords go in. Don't turn your back. Don't turn your back on yourself. Don't turn your back on your family. Don't turn your back on people, because then you may get hurt. So keep that in mind as time moves forward and as this situation moves forward. I feel like overall you're kind of blocking yourself, but that's the case with most of these. It's mostly within us. I mean, we are the only ones that can change our perception, and perception's 99% of everything. We can't make someone else love us. They either do or they don't. Doesn't matter how well you treat them or badly you treat them. Either they're going to love you or they're not. You know what I mean? Like, love doesn't come from that. And so if you're trying to develop a relationship, understanding yourself is the most important piece. Because again, you can try all you want to make them care about you or love you, but that's not going to happen. You could treat them wonderfully, and that doesn't might not make a difference. And it's not because you're a bad person or not good enough or any. It's not that. It's kind of fate, in a way. But maybe when that happens, you're not supposed to be with that person too. So keep that in mind. Anyway, there you have it, Pisces. I hope you liked that. Let me know if you did. Hit the like button. Give me a comment. I appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. Have a beautiful day.